Top 10 awkward royal family moments that shocked the public. Number 10. Harry rolling his eyes at Meghan. Harry has had some seriously awkward moments that were captured by millions of people. Born in '84 to King Charles and Princess Diana, Harry grew up with the Queen of England as a grandmother, which couldn't have been easy. The young boy was subjected to royal etiquette rules from the moment he came into the world. Then as Prince Harry got a little older, he started to misbehave. Ever since his problematic teenage years, Prince Harry has been known as something of a royal bad boy. However, in 2016, Harry met his wife-to-be Meghan, and his rebellious streak seemed to have come to an end. But let's be real, no one just stops being a rebel. It's in your blood. And we all know that Meghan has her own rebellious history, from her acting career to her outspoken nature on social issues, so it was only a matter of time before the two collided. One of the most iconic moments captured between Harry and Meghan was during their engagement interview, where Prince Harry rolled his eyes at Meghan's description of their romantic proposal. Number 9, involving palace staff in affair. Even King Charles's cleaning staff once kept his affair with Camilla a secret from Princess Diana. Or at the very least, they tried to. The Prince of Wales' affair with the Duchess of Cornwall, which occurred while Charles was married to Diana, is well known. It is safe to assume that some members of the royal family are not really satisfied with the fact that that affair was getting screen time on Netflix's The Crown, making it by far one of the biggest royal relationship scandals. In a well-known interview with News of the World in 1995, the prince's valet Ken Stronach shared shocking details about Charles's affair. He was even fired because of his breach of confidentiality. Stronach claimed at the time that he scrubbed grass stains from Charles's pajamas after the prince would sneak out of bed in the middle of the night to meet with Camilla, and even made sure his bed looked like he had slept there by ruffling it up. It was very elaborate, but no one was fooled by it. We've all been told not to speak to anyone about anything throughout his time with Charles. He became extremely ill as a result of the strain of keeping his secrets. Even though Charles had admitted to the affair and married Duchess Camilla, it's clear that the firm still doesn't like to talk about the royal stuff. Number 8, scandals. The family has been involved in scandals for generations. Being knee-deep in controversies is not a good look for the representation of Britain, but they somehow manage to pay the news outlets to run stories that promote them in a good way. I mean, they manage to be so perfect that people sweep their complete wrongdoings under a rug, which, might I add, has to be a humongous rug. No one is obviously perfect, but the extent to which the royals have been exposed for their controversies is pretty out of pocket. And it's actually shocking. And the fact that these news stories have not at all gotten as much attention as something as mediocre as Meghan's fake pregnancy is wild. Political correspondent Nadine Batchelor-Hunt argued that the royals are becoming increasingly out of place in contemporary society due to the family's past and present scandals. Number 7, speaking of scandals, the donation scandal. Charles has been embroiled in controversy over donations to his charity. The Sunday Times of London reported that the half-brothers of a controversial figure made a $1.2 million donation to the Prince of Wales charitable fund back in 2013. Charles's official office clearance house said the royal did not personally solicit the donation. Number 6, spreading rumors about Diana. Diana's former chief of staff has blasted King Charles's former courtiers for spreading lies that she was mentally ill. Patrick Jeffson, who worked closely alongside Diana for 8 years, alleges that Charles's staff smeared his first wife in a systematic campaign, while it was an open secret within the establishment that he was having an affair with longtime mistress Camilla. Jeffson said this is not just some casual gossip, it was a systematic campaign. Okay, it was a long time ago, but the man they were supporting is now our king, and these things should not be buried. They should not be conveniently pushed to one side. He went on to say that there was a lot of nonsense talked about Diana, including rumors that she had an eating disorder and mental illness. He said, "I heard it all from people who should have known better. I think they felt threatened by her popularity, but some of the stuff was just nasty. She did not deserve it." Jeffson also claims that he witnessed firsthand how Charles was affected by the breakdown of his marriage with Diana. He said there were times when he seemed almost in despair over the whole thing. It was sad to see him so powerless, yet still loving her at the same time. He added Charles was a victim of his own courtiers who had a point of view that was very much the king must be protected, but they failed to realize that people were flocking to Diana and she needed protecting too. Jefferson's powerful condemnation of Charles's former courtiers serves as an important reminder that no one should be subject to malicious lies or gossip, especially someone as beloved as Princess Diana. Number 5, not the Queen's choice. It is not a secret that the extramarital affair between Charles and Camilla rocked the crown to its foundation and put the final nail in the coffin of Diana and Charles's strained marriage. Queen Elizabeth was furious more than anyone else, so much that the Duchess wasn't even allowed to enter the palace for some time. Camilla only officially had her meeting with the Queen in 2000 because the monarch had refused to meet her before then. Number 4, Camilla's crown featuring a stolen diamond. Camilla was coronated in a shorter and simpler ceremony following Charles's crowning, and she was crowned with Queen Mary's crown, making the first time an existing crown was used for the Queen Consort's coronation. She assumed the title Queen Consort Camilla, however, Queen Camilla will do. It's nicely alliterative and the consort part is understood. Previous queens and queen consorts, including Charles's mother, have worn a crown containing the famous 105-carat Kohinoor diamond to coronations. It was assumed Camilla would do the same, but that could have set off an international, incident. Several nations have laid claim to the diamond, and India has repeatedly demanded that Britain return it. The palace has figured out how to avoid a diplomatic crisis and a real reckoning with Britain's colonial legacy. Camilla will wear the old crown, but it will be modified to remove the Kohinoor diamond. The diamond will be moved to a new display at the Tower of London that recognizes it as a symbol of conquest, though to be clear, the British aren't giving it back. Number 3, Andrew. The extremely problematic brother of Charles will be in attendance. The extremely problematic brother of Charles was in attendance at the coronation, and obviously what he's partaken in is horrible and extremely embarrassing for the royal family. But unlike Harry, Andrew hasn't self-deported and dramatically burned bridges with the family, so excluding him from the coronation just wasn't gonna happen. The Duke of York was there, but you may have had a hard time spotting him. Andrew had been barred from standing on the balcony at Buckingham Palace since he's not a working royal. Andrew is still a Knight of the Garter though, and they traditionally play a significant role in the coronation. 4 knights surrounded Queen Elizabeth during her anointing, but it sounds like the ceremony is being changed to exclude the prince entirely. Number 2, awkward Kate and William moment. It's always pretty awkward when couples' tiffs are made public. For William and Kate, this rarely happens. However, on one occasion, we got a brief glimpse into a potential awkward moment between the couple on TV. During Mary Berry's Christmas special in 2019, A Berry Royal Christmas, the couple were shown chatting with members of the public over a Christmas meal. At one point, William gently placed his hand on his wife's arm. Kate, however, immediately jerked her arm away. It was a brief moment, but still, the shrug off was undeniable. And finally, number 1, jealousy. During Charles's marriage to Diana, he had his first significant encounter with disapproving public opinion. Archival footage of the couple touring Australia in the HBO documentary The Princess suggests he was jealous of how much more popular she was. The pressure on us both as a couple with the media was phenomenal and misunderstood by a great many people, she said. We'd be going around Australia, for instance, and all you could hear was, "Oh, she's on the other side." Diana clarified that the waiting crowds were expressing their disappointment that Charles was closer to them rather than Diana, explaining they weren't on the right side to wave at me or to touch me, which obviously bruised King Charles's male ego and made him extremely insecure. Anyway, that is all for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more juicy royal updates. And I'll catch you next time on The Rich Life.